Yo, world, it's your boy Jovan, and you are here at the Socially Charged, Debatable and Dope. I'm talking about the Privilege Show. I got two of the dopest co-hosts in the game. I'm talking about Lashane.
Hey, y'all.
I got my boy Isaac.
Hey, what up?
And with the Privilege Show, we're missing Dal and Seth today, but we're still gonna give y'all the most amazing, dope, crazy-ass shows we can. Today is episode 4, season 2, episode 4, and today we're talking about sex.
Ew.
Sex, baby. Yeah, that's good. You and me. So how y'all week been? What's been going on? It's been a lot going on, but I'm grateful, glad to be back with y'all. What's been happening outside of Corona? We'll talk about that, but what's up with y'all week?
Hectic.
Yeah, things have been kind of crazy. But, I did go to Australia.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun. I was there for a interestingly short amount of time. No, but it was just really, you know what I really love to do? I love traveling other places and seeing their hospitality.
Yeah.
And I do mean like outside of the hotel concierge, outside of, whatever really expensive conference you're at, just like being amongst the people. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just so beautiful. And it was raining there too. But when you're there and it was raining, like, people are still out, like, hella people in the streets doing their thing. It's not like that here. So it's just really nice to see the difference in all of it, and the food is
I was about to say the food better, isn't it? A lot better.
The food is I ate all of the, like, Asian fusion
really
style cuisine
Wow.
my heart could handle. It was
Food's
fantastic.
cleaner.
It tastes a lot more fresh.
Wow.
I hit up this place that I hit up again last year, but this place Super Normal. So if you happen to be in Australia, Melbourne, check out Super Normal. And there was another one I can't think of, but anyways, the food is amazing.
Well, you're going to have us take advantage of some of these cheap tickets to get, some of this food.
Right,
Your week has been cool, Isaac?
It's alright, grinding, trying to stay alive.
I hear that.
Trying to dodge the nonsense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That seems to be following me around lately.
Yeah.
Bad energy. I'm blaming it on her.
Yeah.
She had told me a couple weeks back that the
Mercury in retrograde.
Right?
Yeah.
And the changes you're making and stuff, and I feel like she probably put a little curse on me.
You put a little mojo on
me. No, but everything is good. I'm still alive, so as long as I'm still kicking, things can get better, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I salute to that, definitely. We out here hustling, grinding. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Last week episode, we talked about. What did we talk about?
Blackface and
blackface.
making it in Hollywood.
I had to think about that. We talk about so much.
I would say, damn, missed out.
We missed out on that one. It was a fantastic episode. I definitely checked that out.
Thank you, and shout out to everybody who checked the episode out and tuned in and are tuning into the Privilege Show. The show continues to keep growing. We are touching a lot of ground with you guys. We're touching countries with you guys. I don't have much of the week that's been. It's been a great week, amidst the Corona stuff that's been going on. Corona. So we gonna hop into that. Now, what I will say, I'll give a disclaimer for the Privilege Show. We've given y'all enough information as we can give on the coronavirus thus far. This thing isn't a joke. However, we don't want to continue to talk about it in a jokingly manner, to talk about it all, because now I'm starting to find memes and stuff where I'm ready to post them, and so it's more so just trying to calm the panic down. So what I'm just going to say is, what we're asking y'all is just to refer to the CDC website. CNN is where I look for a lot of the updates on what's going on in the world. The shelves are empty. It's a bit of panic. When my mom just sending me a text message like, "Yo, look at the Walmart shelves. I couldn't even get no more water. They only have the big things left." I'm like, I don't have any updates for the world. At this point, it's get your Bibles, get in your closets, get your your broomsticks, whatever you gotta get.
Get your broomsticks.
Get everything you need. Get the water that you need, because at the same point I know we're losing a sense of humanity within this, because we posted a video on the Privilege Show Instagram page. Feel free to check that out, y'all. There was an elderly woman there at a Target, or looked like some store.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the shelves were empty, and she's fighting for the last roll of toilet paper.
With the woman who has a basket full
of every brand possible.
I saw that.
Charmin, Viva, Ultra, Panda tissues, whatever, all that, And so you see the two women going back and forth tussling, and it's sad times. And I don't know. I want to blame the media.
Absolutely.
But I also have to say that I'm also, ready to talk about us, not us specifically, but us as humans and us as the nation being accountable for our own actions.
Right.
Stop. Somebody posted on Facebook last night. I was in the midst of sleep, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know how you wake up. Rolled over to see what was going on in the world real quick. And I go on Facebook, the worst place to go, whether you're waking up or going to sleep, is just negative, period.
Yeah, right.
To what you use it for. But what I will say, the post said, so now crab legs have coronavirus. So I said, see, I didn't like the post. Before, maybe last year or a few months ago, I probably would have found something like that funny. I probably wouldn't have shared it even then, but I had to go and comment. I didn't like it, but I did comment. Posts like this is what has the world in a panic like it is. You know what I'm saying? And people share that type of content. So I'm just saying, let's be accountable for what we post, and that's why I say I don't really want to dive into too much of the corona thing. The most updates I do have before we shift on away from that is that a lot of stores are closing down. Schools, obviously, here in the Los Angeles County are closing down. Over 500,000 children are affected by this. So that leaves a lot of people looking for babysitters and food for their children and their families. And, the economy, to me, is being more affected than the realism of deaths compared to the flu or the HN1 or HV1 or HIV. A lot of things that we've already seen and overcame. So y'all stay safe in these streets. Y'all stay blessed. Apple stores are closed around the world.
Really?
Nike stores, yes. Nike stores are closed.
I was trying to go to Apple after this.
Done. Well, I don't know if it's today.
Wow, because I need to get my screen fixed.
You might be waiting on that, But we'll keep y'all updated. Follow the Privilege Show Instagram. Follow us on Instagram as well, just to stay updated with what the news we can give you. Other than that, Urban Outfitters.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
For Corona?
Yeah, let's just talk about what we're doing. What are we doing?
Well,
how is it affecting our day-to-day?
Specifically, I will say, and that's a great, thank you for bringing that up, actually, because I think it is important for our listeners and viewers to know what we're doing. And thank you guys for tuning in. Me personally, I've always kept a bottle of bleach. I have a story to share, and maybe not now, but I did spray a neighbor with the Clorox bleach. And this was about 10 years ago when she was coughing in my door, and I hadn't heard of coronavirus or any of that. But my mom has always worked for the hospitals, gratefully. She's had a career in hospitals, working for the University of Chicago, out here in Los Angeles as well, working for a lot of great corporations and companies and providing care to not only the elderly, but the world and the community. So I've been always the tidy guy. Keep disinfected. I'm not really much of a hugger. I'm definitely not much of a kisser.
Right.
When it comes to social gatherings and, people getting drunk and these big events that they're having. And that's why I see a lot of, they are shutting a lot of them down, because they're like, it's 250 more people just sitting still, breathing, air filtrating and ventilating. Nah, I'm good. So I see that. But the major effect it has on the economy. 3 weeks ago, when this thing was starting to get talked about for our realm, I posted on my Instagram. Check it out, y'all. Jovan on Instagram. I was posting me with my Purell, not the Clorox 99, but I had the Purell disinfectant, spraying the doors before I walked in.
Yeah.
The medical dispensaries, the 7-Elevens, because people it's just nasty.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. What are some of the things you've been doing, Isaac? What have you?
Just the normal stuff, still washing my hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Taking precautions. I just find it funny that everyone now is washing their hands when I've seen so many men leave the restroom after pissing on their hands and not washing them and walking out touching a female. I never understood how you don't wash your hands in the first place. But I am washing my hands more. I'm probably just doing the same routine and just living my life, man. I can't get caught up in too much of the virus, okay? Because there's other viruses out here. There's other flus still popping. It's just because we are on this, we have this frantic thing going on right now where shit down, which I've never seen before. So, you gotta take it serious, but I'm kind of just living my life. I might not be out in a day party with 300 people. I might stop doing that. But for the most part, I'm gonna continue to live my life.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you have to.
More power to that.
You know what I mean, you have to live your life.
Because if not, you'll have your family there,
Right.
your nieces and nephews, everybody else.
People buying everything up. I'm like, all right, you know.
Yeah, and then and people repost stuff. That was my other thing. Like we had other things, the flu and killed millions of years and centuries ago, but they didn't have the opportunity to repost and give their personal thoughts.
Right.
You know, when Trump said he was declaring a national emergency, another wave of people then went into a repost or post that. It's like, if you're going to post about a national emergency, post a little bit more facts about what he's doing with that. Because to the regular consumer or listener, that sounds like, oh shit, I got to be worried. I got to go get a gun.
Right.
I guess I'm worried about why it's a national emergency when the numbers for the flu, like the death behind regular annual flu is higher.
Makes you wonder why.
For me, the government is behind it 1,000%.
It's making more money.
I think that there's a lot of stuff behind it. Like one of the things I already told you, off air, what I've been looking at. I've been looking at where the stocks are plummeting and where they're going up. Right. And where they're going up is 5G. 5G has also been rumored to be at the forefront of the arms race. Right. The whole TED talk that Bill Gates did was talking about how the next world war is going to be, more virus based. And so, he also stepped down from Microsoft to deal with his more philanthropic efforts.
Tell you so much going on.
And so it's like, people are already saying, like, yeah, Bill Gates is trying to get on that, the quote unquote cure. But what does a tech giant have anything to do with the cure? That's where I feel like there is some truth to this 5G. If you look into the 5G stocks, they're up like crazy. The people in China, Wuhan, who are the first people who got infected but also died in the building that mysteriously collapsed. We're protesting the number of 5G towers that were built around their neighborhood. And so I just think that it's really easy to control us when you instill fear. Yes. And when you do that, it's easy to create and do a certain narrative. Yeah. Now, one of the things that I noticed is the black community was like, we can't get that. We good. We were super high vibe about it until they made sure an NBA player got it, right? So then that's when a lot of African Americans started changing their tune. Like, oh, wait, this is for real. They ended sports. But for me, it was like, this isn't working, so let me readjust my approach. No, okay, this isn't working, so let me do this. So I just definitely feel like we have to remain high vibe. Yeah. When you're in fear and you're worried, your immune system, this is a scientific fact, goes down. So would you get the coronavirus? No, I don't think so. You're probably just getting the common cold or the flu, because I'm curious to know how they're testing everybody when there ain't enough tests. Me personally, I feel like they're just coming back and saying to the people, like, you got it. I don't think the people in the lab can even tell you that you got it. I think the CDC is telling them, they got it, just to flag it and create the mass hysteria.
So what have you been doing as a mom to keep your child?
I've been doing, first of all, I've lived on soap and water and hand sanitizer forever.
I mean, ain't nothing new.
Forever. I'm super allergic to everything anyway, and I'll break out from anything. So cleanliness is the next thing to godliness. But ever since having a baby too, when you first have a baby, everybody got to wash their hands and stuff like that. So we've kept it the same. The only thing that's different is my ability to go to the store and just pick up things that I normally would be picking up around this time. Out of your control. That's not because of you. So that has nothing to do for me with Corona. Like, we're literally out of Clorox wipes. I just used the last 2 or 3 this morning. Had to have a friend who's actually out in Santa Clarita grab me some because there hasn't been any anywhere around me. Wow. So, I just feel like it's a time for community. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not doing anything different. My nasalness is because I need to have sinus surgery next month.
which hopefully you can have if the hospitals
I'm hoping that they don't cancel my surgery because it's definitely necessary for me. But I don't call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, but I just feel like our government has lied to us about worse.
I mean, come on, it's all a lie. Yeah. They've been lying. It's about what they want. It's control, like you said. It's control the people. And you can get whatever.
I'm just curious to know, like, what are they controlling us for?
Well, I mean,
that's my question.
Well, okay, it's probably for, like you said, for the next war. They're gaining more money. They're making people afraid in order to make something happen overseas. I mean, it's just, who knows?
It's beyond us.
You know what I mean, it's way beyond us.
Yeah.
Like I said, if we knew what was going on in this world, we'd all be crazy.
Yeah.
We are hidden from the truth.
Yeah.
We're all sheep, even if we don't want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Shit.
Now speaking about the necessary, we got somebody tuning in?
No.
Okay. Speaking about the necessary, what's going on in the music? Well, no, not music. We're not ready for music yet.
No.
The necessary is the reason for all of, what's been going on. So, Lashane, what's in the cosmos for us? Like, what's up?
Hey, what's up? It is Cecily Jamela, and check us out every Thursday at 5 o'clock on HouseHaleMedia.com. It's a podcast that you're gonna love. And if you got some extra time, you can check your girl out, Cecily Jamela, on YouTube TV. Check it out.